Our work at the Alliance is made possible by our partners. And there are some people in our community who show up year after year, tirelessly and without fanfare, to move mountains and do the right thing on behalf of Seattle students. They speak up, they offer support, they change policy, they link arms, and they go after doing the right thing time and time again in small ways and in big ways. This year, we decided it was time to recognize that kind of persistent, impactful, and necessary community leadership. For the first time ever, we are giving the Public Education Advocacy Award in recognition of those with an unwavering commitment to advancing equity and justice for Seattle students. And I can think of no better first annual honoree than my friend, Nate Miles. There are so many reasons Nate Miles is deserving of this award, and I could literally talk about that all night, but I will not. I was tempted to challenge the mayor to an arm wrestle for the right to speak about Nate, but I'm going to stand down, and I'm going to pass the mic to our illustrious mayor, Bruce Harrell, to share a few words about why Nate Miles is so deserving of this honor.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. We're here just for the moment to celebrate Nate Miles. Let me first say that I'm not going to compete with anyone on this. That I don't think there's a more noble act, a more act of kindness than investing in another human being's education. So on behalf of the city of Seattle, I thank you humbly and dearly. Thank you very, very much. And Jane, thank you for your leadership, Jane, and giving me the watch that I think you promised you're going to give me. Lisa, thank you for your leadership. But I'm here to talk about Nate Miles, and I will be brief because you don't generally hear the term "I will be brief" and Nate Miles in the same sentence. I first met Nate Miles in the 1970s when we were in college, and I say this not to embarrass his beautiful wife and his beautiful family here, but Nate was about business then, always helping people. Let me give you an example. Our kids are sort of related as family members like, and our middle son took his daughter to like a prom, and they had a wonderful time, picked up at Nate's house, and Nate was that protective father. But on the way back after this event, my son got a ticket, speeding ticket. And I said, Nate, always wanting to help people. I said, hey, Nate, he was borrowing my card. Can you give a brother a little help on this ticket? And always wanting to help, Nate said, yeah, I'll give you the name of an attorney. This is a true story, by the way. And he could fix any ticket, is what he told me. In all seriousness, Nate is a tireless leader. He was in college, he was in his professional career at Eli Lilly. There's one common thing that Nate has done as long as I've known him, since the 1970s. He brings out the best in everyone around him. He pushes you to be the best, he gives you the ideas to be the best, he has the resource to help you give the best, and he is a giver, a giver, a giver. So yeah, let's clap on that. And because the Alliance for Education is known for its excellence and is known for the heroes in this room at every single table, it is only very appropriate that we honor one of our greatest heroes in philanthropy, in civics, in politics, and indeed in education. I present to you Nate Miles.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First, giving honor to God, who is the head of my life. I am so pleased, proud, and privileged to be here to receive this award. I'm so happy to have my family, who is my secret weapon, here with me tonight. My wife of 38 years. She still keeps coming back. I don't understand it, but I'll take it. Some of my heroes and sheroes in the crowd, Constance Rice. I look at her, big sister, Darryl Powell, my ride or die. Thank you for everything, brother. And just so many people. I look at my educational heroes, John Bridge, David Zapolsky, who aren't in the room, Sally Yates, colleagues in this fight. It is just one thing that we have in common is that we love education and we love these young people that, not kids, children that we are trying to raise, this village that is in this room. That is what it's all about, the Amazons of the world, the Microsofts of the world who believe in this investment they're making. And so what could I do but to go out there and to fight for them? And I just thank you because people have come before me and fought. Brown versus Board of Education, that's just one. But Elise and Booker T. Miles, they fought for me to have an education, and I thank them. As I was looking at this, because there are a number of people on our board that I look at and I said that they are worthy of doing some of these things. And then I started thinking about over 40 years of this fight, Mr. Mayor, that I guess it all came to me when I walk around. There was a program that I started. If I had to pick one thing that really brought this home to me, that said, I guess God did give me something to push forward and make this worthy. And I wish that all of you would reach down one more time. I know the paddle is gone and all of that is done. But reach in your pocket one more time if you would and give on your way out or hit a QR code or something, because to show you that public schools work. I was brought to tears just about the other day, Rachel, because we were in a board meeting. 40 years ago, there's a guy that many of you almost are forgetting, but I won't let you forget him. His name was Senator George Fleming, who took a chance on this black, there you go, Senator George Fleming, who took a chance on this guy from Pasco, Washington, and gave him a job and said, I will take this chance on you, and gave me this education, Jane Broome, and down in the legislature. And one of the first pieces of legislation that I worked on was a bill called MESA. We didn't have STEM at this time, it was MESA. Math, engineering, science that we had and we were gonna work on. Pat McGowan came to me and she said, Nate, we need to work on this. And I said, why, Pat? And she said, it's because one day, this bill is going to change the life of many black and brown students. They're going to be working in these jobs of the future. Judge Bridge, she said, these kids are going to be working on these jobs of the future, and this is what they need. These STEM jobs are coming around. And I said, I can't believe that. And she said, but let's get it passed. So I wrote this legislation, Senator Fleming ran the bill, and we got it passed. And I could not believe it, because now, when you walk around and you see all of these black kids, blacks at Microsoft, blacks at Amazon, it worked. And so I can believe that. But I tell you where it ripped where it just touched my heart. Constance, we were sitting in a room the other day, and I was talking about this MESA program, and all of a sudden, this young man over here, the superintendent of our public school system, and I never knew this, Sherry Williams, Superintendent Brent Jones said, Nate, I was in one of the first cohorts of MESA. And everything that Pat McGowan had said, one day you're gonna sit in a room with these black and brown students, and MESA is gonna have made a difference in their life. And now I'm sitting around the table with the head of the education system in Seattle, and it all came back home. Dreams truly do come true, whether it's the right now needs of putting money in some food so that a kid doesn't go home hungry like I used to have to, to putting a coat on them when it's cold outside. That's what Lisa Chick does every day with the Right Now Needs program and the Alliance for Education. Thank you, Alliance for Education. I am so humbled by this award. I love you.